Just outside the scene of one of the deadliest mass shootings in California history, we're now learning more about the young couple and their alleged rampage, their disturbing arsenal of pipe bombs and weaponry, what authorities found in their home and their bullet-ridden SUV. We're also hearing from the first responders who stormed the scene and the loved ones of the lost, whose lives are forever changed.
To be honest, you guys, it was a little surreal. It was, you know, you train for it and you know that your job is dealing in reality, but it seemed a little surreal.
Tonight, Lieutenant Mike Madden giving an emotional account of what it was like to be one of the first responders to the shooting massacre in San Bernardino yesterday.
It was unspeakable, the carnage that we were seeing, the number of people who were injured and unfortunately already dead, and the pure panic on the face of those individuals that were still in need and needing to be safe.
Earlier today, the county coroner released the names of the people who lost their lives at the hands of two armed attackers.
We have 14 people that are confirmed dead in this incident. The number of wounded has risen from 17 to 21.
It's been kind of surreal. I'm still kind of coming to terms with it.
Ryan Reyes learned the devastating news of his boyfriend's death, Daniel Kaufman, just today.
As we were finding out more and more that, no, none of these hospitals have him, that's when that hope just really dwindled.
Kaufman, a job trainer at the Inland Regional Center, was 42.
The last thing I said to him was, I love you and I will text you after my doctor's appointment, because I was supposed to go to the doctor yesterday.
Michael Raymond Wetzel, father of 6, also among the dead. A spokesperson for the family speaking out today.
They are very overwhelmed. There are 6 kids that have lost their father. The kids are just finding out today, and they're trying to be really cautious.
And tonight we're learning more details about who did this and the elaborate preparations that went into this massacre.
It was an event that was training in the morning, that was transitioning to a holiday Christmas party luncheon in the afternoon.
28-year-old American-born Syed Rizwan Farouk attended a holiday luncheon for the San Bernardino County Public Health Department, where he was employed as a health inspector. He reportedly left the gathering angry and returned later with his wife, 29-year-old Tasfeen Malik.
It seems hard to believe that all of this was spontaneous, and how could he get all of this?
We said yesterday that there appears to be a degree of planning that went into this.
At 11 a.m., the couple entered the conference room wearing tactical vests and armed with rifles.
Unit 6 now has shots fired.
We believe the suspects, when they entered, fired somewhere between 65 and 75 rounds. They sprayed the room with bullets.
Within 4 minutes, a massive law enforcement response.
I realized as I was getting closer that I was one of the very first units there, and when we entered, there was fresh gunpowder and the smell of gunpowder in the air, leading me to believe that there were in fact shooters still.
Madden and 3 others headed east towards the conference room, where police say 70 to 80 people were present.
It was immediately evident that the reports that we were getting were 100% true. There were victims who were clearly, obviously deceased outside of the conference room.
Later, authorities discovered an explosive device, apparently intended to be triggered through a remote control.
I need you to advise all of the units to move with caution.
There's actually 3 pipe bombs combined into one that had a remote control car type remote control device that appears to not have worked in this case.
This dramatic video shared with local radio station KPCC shows police trying to keep people calm. Tonight, an outpouring of support for the officer who said this.
Try to relax, everyone, try to relax. I'll take a bullet before you do, that's for damn sure.
Those evacuated searched one by one, but the suspects had fled in a black SUV. About 4 hours later, a tip leading police to this house 5 miles from the center, but the pair takes off again in that black rented SUV, leading police on a chase back towards the scene of the earlier rampage.
They're shooting at us from the SUV, eastbound on Richardson. Responding units, watch your crossfire.
Tasfeen Malik, that female suspect, firing out the back at police.
And then the male suspect, who was the driver, got out and fired at officers from the street as well.
All in all, firing 76 rounds. 2 officers injured, none critically.
One of the officers came past and he told us, run inside the house, get inside with this active shooter.
The SUV now cornered.
Oh,
terrorized residents all on lockdown.
Oh my gosh. Guys, they just shot at my house right now.
While police rained bullets down on the SUV.
Damn, this wasn't even playing around.
Finally, it was over.
Right now we have one down outside the car, one down inside the car.
Both suspects dead. Police finding rifles, pistols, and thousands of rounds of ammo in their car.
On them, on their person, on their body, and in the vehicle, they had over 1,400 .223 caliber rounds that were available to them, and they had over 200 9mm rounds on their persons as well.
And at a home where Farouk reportedly lived, even more weapons. Authorities found an arsenal of 12 pipe bombs, along with a staggering ammunition stash. 2,000 9mm rounds, 2,500 .223 caliber assault rifle rounds, and several hundred .22 long rifle rounds.
If you look at the amount of obvious pre-planning that went in, the amount of armaments that he had, the weapons and the ammunition, there was obviously a mission here.
But the exact motive of the shooters is still unknown. Authorities continue to search the home today for answers.
Yesterday, a tragedy occurred in San Bernardino.
This massacre marking yet another instance of President Obama speaking out about a mass shooting in America.
We're going to have to, I think, search ourselves as a society to make sure that we can take basic steps that would make it harder, not impossible, but harder for individuals to get access to weapons.
The San Bernardino shooting is the 355th mass shooting this year, according to a mass shooting tracker group, which counts shootings where 4 or more people are killed or injured by gunfire. By this count, there have been more mass shootings than days this year. Tonight, reality sinking in for the families of those 14 killed.
No, he's in a better place.
Among them, Nicholas Alessino, an employee of the County Department of Health.
I actually got an extra hug and a kiss from him yesterday, so that's what I'm holding on to.
Also killed Aurora Godoy, Shannon Johnson, Sierra Claiborne, and 10 others. Denise Peraza was one of the 21 people who were injured but survived. Her younger sister, Kathy.
Right now, we're just grateful to God that she's alive, knowing that she's okay and she's going to pull through. You know, it's a big sense of relief.
But for those who lost their loved ones, there is no relief, only unrelenting heartache.
I have no idea how I'm going to handle this. The world will suffer from having one less person like him in it. That's what bothers me is, he is a ray of light to so many people